The Last of Us was released June 14th, 2013, and to critical acclaim, it was praised enthusiastically. People loved the game, the story was amazing, the gameplay was amazing, and we just loved the characters. And it was one thing that was really slept on that people didn't really play, in my opinion, that I truly loved, was the Factions multiplayer. See, Factions was a multiplayer mode where it wasn't run and gun, it was actually tactical based. You didn't have that much ammo, you craft weapons around the map, and it was a 4v4 and it had a variety of game modes. Now, the thing about Factions multiplayer is you can tell that they put a lot of work into it. The maps were laid out perfectly. They also released extra content down the line when the game was well over a year old. So then we get The Last of Us Remastered. That comes out July 29th, 2014. Now, not a $60 price tag, it's a $50 price tag. But enhanced visuals, they upped the frame rate, and they also gave us the most wonderful Factions multiplayer as well. Now, The Last of Us was released on towards the end of the PS3 lifecycle. So they remastered the game because the PS4 came out a year later. And of course, they probably wanted more people to experience the game. So that's a cool remaster. You get the content from the first game with enhanced visuals and enhanced frame rate. Perfect. It's also cheaper. Now we're getting a Last of Us 1 remake. So this comes out in September of 2022. Instead of it being $60, most of the first party games on the PS5 are going to be $70. God of War $70, Horizon was $70, New Call of Duty $70. You're going to be paying $70. But here's the problem. If this was a new Last of Us game, cool. It's going to be a new experience. The issue with this remake is they say you're getting enhanced visuals, which you are. But we're starting to kind of catch them in, what do you call it, lies. Neil Druckmann said that this Last of Us remake was going to have enhanced visuals. Check. But then he said is this.
We could talk about like this brand new AI, like all the combat is redone. Just the fidelity of everything.
We have none of that. There's no new gameplay apparently. The game was leaked and it looks like The Last of Us 1, but with just enhanced AI. Now that was a big issue with the first game, I can say, when you had a partner with you, like if you had Ellie with you or the section with the two brothers, they can just be out in the open and the enemy AI wouldn't react to them anyway, and it kind of breaks the immersion in a sense. So that's cool, but is that worth $70? But you say, hey, we're getting Factions though, right? Maybe enhanced visuals, enhanced frame rate for Factions, so you're getting the full Last of Us experience. No, you're not.
Wrong.
You're getting the base game that we've played twice already. And then, on top of all that, The Last of Us Remastered is still playable on the PS5 as we speak. So you're giving us half the game. How is that worth a $70 price tag? Better yet, how about you go get the $80 Digital Deluxe Edition? Or are they even going to give you a $100 edition for a game you probably already played twice? Now people may say, hey man, but it's people out here that want to experience the game for the first time. Like I just stated before, you can play those remasters already on the PS5 already.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
What's the point? And then they say, oh man, we're not releasing Factions with The Last of Us remake because, and you want to know why? Because they're releasing a standalone Factions multiplayer. So they just want to take your money here and then say, hey, we got a standalone multiplayer game coming. I want you to dish out another $70 for this. For just multiplayer. What a joke. But the issue with the gaming industry right now is that people buy this stuff. And we wonder why we get no change because people support this and think this is okay. Same thing. People say, oh, well, they release Grand Theft Auto multiple times. That's not okay either. But people buy it. That's why you aren't getting GTA 6 probably no time soon. Because people keep supporting GTA 5. So why would I go put resources somewhere else and put money somewhere else if people are just going to support the same product I released in 2013? Think about if you ran a business. Hey, I'm not going to put in any extra work. People are supporting my old stuff. I could just sit back and just stack up my bread. That's the main issue here. Call of Duty, the same thing. People keep buying the skins, buying all the stuff they dish out. Half-ass work, half-ass games. Now, I'm not saying The Last of Us is a half-ass game. I fairly enjoyed The Last of Us 2. Didn't enjoy the story much, but the gameplay was pretty good. And I think people expected The Last of Us 2 gameplay with The Last of Us 1, like going prone, under cars and things like that. But I think if they did that, they would have to overhaul the entire game. I don't think they did that. I think they just overhauled the visuals because they have stronger hardware, so that's what they're going to do. But I think bringing the Last of Us 2 gameplay to The Last of Us 1, I don't think they could have did that because they probably would have. They stated they did. They brought the gunsmith from The Last of Us 2 to The Last of Us 1, which is cool. Is that worth $70 though? Is that worth $70? I don't think so. I can't support that. If you haven't played The Last of Us, by all means, you want to dish out $70 instead of $20. You can save yourself $50. But if you don't want to do that, hey, your money, do what you got to do. Me personally, I can't support stuff like this. Second of all, I've already played it. If it was a new experience entirely, not just visuals, gameplay overhaul, even some new sections in the game, who knows? I can support that. But for this, it's a skip for me.